Hey everyone, what's going on? Welcome to our Yahweh podcast. So if you guys don't know me, my name is Liz. And
my name is Sergio.
And if you guys don't know, we're going to give you guys a little backstory on how we came up with the name. So we have had this inside joke for a while now. And it is La Caída de Edgar. We're going to insert it here.
¡Pinche pendejo, güey! ¡Ya! ¡Pinche vato, güey! ¡Ya, güey! ¡Pinche vato! ¡Ya, güey! ¡Ya, güey! ¡Por favor, idiota!
Ah, te bañaste.
¡Pinche pendejo, idiota!
And from now on, just so you guys can know why we named it Yahweh, is because to us it's just so hilarious. Till this day, since the day we saw that video, it's always been super funny. I think it's been already 9 years that we saw that video or that it came out.
There's a little clip on Instagram, ¿verdad?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
On Facebook.
Oh, it's Facebook?
Yeah.
Oh.
Instagram todavía no existía, pero we just find it so funny.
That's
but
crazy, huh? A couple years ago, fucking Instagram didn't even exist.
Yeah, ahorita it's pretty big. But today we're gonna drink one with you guys. I did ask you guys on my Instagram if you guys wanted us to drink with you guys, and you guys said yes.
Salud.
So I'm gonna open mine. I did open his before, but it's tan nuevecita. So salud.
Otra vez.
A little ASMR. Today we're gonna, I think, should we get right into it, or should we talk a little bit about ourselves, or?
Yeah, we just get. Well, I'm pretty sure that a lot of the people that are gonna be watching this video is people that already know
us kind of from our channel, because
Well, more you, because you're.
Yeah, it's a lot of my audience, but of course you guys know Sergio, but.
El más chingón de ta.
If you guys don't know me, my name is Liz, and I am 26. I'm 26. I'm gonna be 27 in a month. So.
Yeah.
And Sergio he says he's 21. So
yeah, I'm 21. Still 21. I've been 21 for the past 7 years. It's all good. I feel 21, so I'm gonna be 21.
And we recently just moved to Vegas. So we moved to Vegas 3 years ago, no?
3
years ago.
Is it 3? Yeah.
I think it's 3. And
yeah, it is 3 years.
We grew up in California. We're from California. So if you guys do
Where in California are you from?
Pomona, El Monte. That's where I grew up. Those 2 cities. The last 2 years we did live in San Bernardino, but we did not really like it, so that's why we moved out. But long story short, yeah, so we will mention Pomona or El Monte a lot.
Yeah, I grew up in Pomona most of my life. I mean, ever since I was born, I think, because that's all I remember since I was little, going to schools in Pomona. I was born in LA.
So we're gonna get right into our topic for today, our very first topic on our podcast. So a lot of you guys I asked you guys to send me some topics, and we chose the how to break away from Hispanic norms.
How do we do it? Because the reason why they probably asked that is because we don't eat meat.
Mm-hmm. And that's very traditional in our culture, you know.
Yeah, like carnitas,
tacos, asada.
Yeah, like it's all meat, basically.
Pork, yep. Most of our foods is meat. So basically, how do we break away from it, and why we chose to? It's not really to break away. I mean, we always try to. For me, for example, I try to kind of cook more like. I still try to put that mix in, or that touch, that Mexican touch. Because I don't want to lose that, but the main reason why we stopped eating meat was because we knew that it wasn't healthy for us. You know?
It isn't healthy.
There was really no benefits, and
I mean, there is some benefits, obviously, but like when you you're killing animals for your satisfaction, like you're killing someone just so you can eat something and feel good. You can eat anything else that's not an animal and still live.
I've been doing it for a year and I'm living.
Yeah, so when we're not dead, and there's always other alternatives, but we were born like that, born knowing that that's part of our diet, like that's what we eat. And so I mean, we just wanted to be healthier, and now the way that they do meats is like all these animals, the way that everything's like so big scale that they live together. The shit, the piss, everything is in there, and they get sick. So they just pump a bunch of antibiotics so they can heal faster or they won't die. And guess where it goes? It goes straight to your mouth when after they cook it and do all this stuff to it. I mean, you still carry a bunch of stuff with it. It doesn't go away. They have to
Even if for example, one of my friends, she's also vegan and she's been vegan for like a few years, like 5 years already. And she mentioned something to me and she's like, when
vegan, that's not not vegetarian, huh? She's vegan?
Vegan is better. Because you cut out cheese too,
Yeah, that's another thing I got. It's because I'm so addicted to it.
Yeah. But so she's vegan and she kind of told me, why she doesn't eat meat right before I even turned vegan. And we're not vegan, we're pescatarian now. But anyways, so she mentioned to me that that when the animal has like a disease, a bacteria, cancer, anything like that, all they do is kind of just chop off that piece. There's still a big chance that there's something like left in there. Okay, you think they're gonna be inspeccionándolo? No, they're like in a hurry. They're trying to get to the next animal, and honestly, to think about that, like, see that asquito, like.
Well, and imagine this, like, if there's a sick cow and then you all of a sudden because it's sick you just throw away the meat, like. That's money from the investor or whoever's the owner of the animal that needs to make that money. That's money off their pocket, and that's what they're not gonna want. It's like, let me take on $100 out of your pocket because this cow got sick. I'm like, nah, fuck that.
Yeah,
cut that piece and throw it back.
Ellos no se lo van a comer. Se lo van a comer the, lower income family. Especially, how sometimes in Winco.
No, they just throw it to general population. That's it.
I know, but sometimes, for example, like, how in Winco the meat was kind of nasty. It was kind of, estaba como dura, como vieja, ¿no? Yo pienso que esto es como a low quality of like maybe cows or the way they feed them, no?
No.
You don't think that has anything to do with it?
Nah, they just.
How come
I think that they just, since it is, they always try to keep prices down because people want people to come to your store, right? Obviously, so you're gonna find the cheapest, prices that you can get, and wherever you get them, that's where you're gonna go. But you don't know the backstory of how that meat became so cheap. So, I mean, it doesn't, it's just, and it doesn't matter where, high income, low income, it depends on where you shop.
Yeah, that's true.
You could get that meat from fucking Albertsons, and they could be getting for cheaper and just selling it for you more expensive,
That's
so
true.
It doesn't matter where you go, it's just where it comes from, that's what matters.
But, so... we decided to break away from that, and at first it was really hard. It was hard even for our families, and nos echaba en carrilla, and it wasn't
hard for me.
It was
a decision I made. Like, I just wanted to, like, it had been a while where I wasn't feeling well eating meat. Like, I already didn't like it. Like, I was eating it because that's what I eat, I was eating it, but then I woke up and I'm like, every time I eat, I don't feel good. Like, I'm all groggy, I'm all sleepy.
Yeah, he would always feel sleepy.
And after. I feel like I was getting sick. So I was like, fuck this, I'm not gonna eat. And I already, imagine like, oh, sorry, I cussed. But I already didn't feel like eating meat, and then she pushed me. She's like, come on, let's do it. And I was like, all right, let's go. I've been wanting to anyways. So, because I didn't feel good, but yeah.
Yeah, and it kind of is hard, especially because you guys know I'm super Mexican and I love being Mexican.
Chile lover.
Stop, Sergio.
I don't know if you guys, some of you guys remember when Liz had she loves spicy food so much and she put Chile lover, and I told her, when I saw it, I started cracking up. I was like, what are you doing? Like, really? People are gonna make so much fun of you. And she's like, oh, you're just hating. And then after a while, what was it, like 2-3 days? Why did people give you comments or what? Like, it made you notice it?
No, nobody gave me a comment, but I just started like, I was like, okay, yeah, like, it sounds ugly.
Yeah. No, this is not ugly, but just the way what it says, like,
yeah, like
you like Chile, like, but Chile can be interpreted into many different things,
penis,
like, well, dirty minds, yeah.
Yeah. Anyways, so what was I saying? Oh yeah, so sometimes it is a little bit harder. Like I said, super Mexican over here, proud, and it kind of just sucks sometimes because my kids are not gonna have that experience of having like you know, that Mexican dish that, you know, when we grew up, we can remember our parents making us this like tamales, or, you know, I can always veganize it, but it's still like they're never gonna have that experience of like pozole, like, oh, I make it out of mushroom, but you know,
it tastes
tastes the
nothing
same.
different.
I know, but like,
I
you know,
swear to
he's
you,
not gonna be able to relate or something. You got me? Like, he's gonna be like, oh, I never really. He did have. He used to have.
How can you not know? I think you're wrong, because how can you not relate when he knows that he's Mexican? He knows we're Mexican, and you're showing him the new Mexican way of eating. You know, there's nothing has nothing to do with
The food.
the food. Like, this is what he's born into. You know, like I mean, there's no.
Yeah, and I feel like now it's so popular, and I feel like people are waking up and realizing, like, okay, we do not need meat in our diet. So
Well,
maybe it will be different. Maybe if we grew up like that, not eating meat, maybe it would have been weird, because a lot of our friends.
Well,
most of our
it was just so hard. It was hard to be vegan. It'll be harder to eat clean than to eat dirty. Like, you could get a freaking hamburger for $1, and you try to get a salad from freaking McDonald's, they sell it to you for like $5 to $10. Like, what the hell? It's like ridiculous. Like, really freaking lettuce, carrot. Like, you could buy the entire thing for like the $5 that they sell you the salad and have like 3 salads.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, it's just basically all set up to work. I mean, you get a bunch of genius minds, you know?
Yeah.
Like, hey, how can we make this the thing, you know? To make it so we can, you know, our money is in the beef industry. So let's push that, you know? Let's make them want to eat this and put it in their faces and cheap so they can buy it all the time. You know? That's my mentality. And I've heard a lot of stories and documentaries and videos about the same thing, that think that when I saw somebody come out and say, hey, like, they thought and said the same thing that I did, I was like, oh, okay, there's definitely something going on, you know?
Yeah. Also, I mean, I guess this has to do with like Hispanic. So another Hispanic norm would be like for Sergio to help around the house, right?
Yeah.
Right, because that's more like.
Well, it is
very, like,
that is a
Hispanic.
norm or no?
It used to be. For some people, it still is.
No, the Mexican way, like, no.
No, the Mexican
the male
does not help out.
No.
Yeah,
It's
never been a norm. That's what I'm saying. So how do we break? Oh yeah, that's true.
The norm of a Mexican family.
It's not to help for a guy.
No,
not to help.
because the female, the wife or the girlfriend, whatever, stays home and she takes care of the house. Anything outside of the house, it's men related. So the man will take care of the cars, anything that's called fixing, like. That's the guy's job to do. You know, you have to take care of it. However you decide to do it, if you want to pay somebody for it, but it's your job to take care of it.
Yeah.
You make sure that it gets done. But adentro, men wouldn't get involved.
Yeah, and now
Well,
you do.
I just think that I guess it's just based on a person's perspective. I mean, you know,
Yeah.
like now it's like. There's so many different norms. There's so many different ways. Things is just changing so much because you have a mixture of everything.
Yeah, that's true.
You have kids born here with Mexican parents, and then you have parents with kids that come here.
Yeah,
already,
everyone's
you
like
know?
multiracial.
Everything's so mixed up. So there's no like one way of doing things. But
I mean, for example, like it's not very normal to hear, oh yeah, like that you do your laundry or that you help me sweep, or you get me, like things like that. It's not really normal to hear that, and it would be weird if somebody.
You're right, because I when I've heard somebody that's done it, I'm like, what the fuck, you're doing this shit? You know, you're right. It is not
considered. Yeah, it's not. But I'm like, well, you know, I try to do my part too, and you know, try to have like my social media stuff, and he helps me. But you know, I'm still a stay-at-home wife now. I can say I'm a stay-at-home wife, and but I still try to have my stuff, you know, like my little hustle on the side, and sometimes that requires time. Like I still wake up really early just to edit my videos and try to have that time to not get in his way and for him not to have to get home and take care of Bella or something, you know. But sometimes if I really need it, like, he will help me out, you know.
Or I kind of get forced into it, but it's all right though. I don't care. It's fine. Like,
Yeah.
sometimes I'm like really stubborn and I just don't want to, but then I just snap out of that. It's like I don't know, I get stuck in this like dumb phase, and I mean, I'm pretty sure it happens to everybody. You just gotta learn how to snap out of it, because I was just like, I don't know, even I realize when I'm like at work, I get thinking time, you know, when I'm driving.
Yeah.
All I
don't really get thinking time
Well, you should
unless
probably-
they're asleep.
They're here. Here's another thing you could do. You can
Meditate.
get in the car, take Bella. You know she falls asleep, or she will fall. If you go take,
Sometimes, because when we're
I've
driving,
taken her in the car, and with me, she doesn't bug me. I can still do my thinking.
Oh, okay.
You know, because when I drive to work and come back, I think. I don't even know. Sometimes I don't even know how I got back, how I got to work, or how I got back from work, because I was thinking so much. You know, just a bunch of fucking
Yeah, I know.
thoughts in my head running back and forth. I don't know. It's crazy. I mean, but it's something you could probably do too. You know.
Yeah.
You know
That's
what? Hold
true.
on. Let me bring your arm down, because it's
Okay, guys. So Sergio took a little break. Well, we took a little break. Sergio fixed my mic, but
yeah, it was too high for her. Like, it was hitting her face.
but we wanted to get into also another Hispanic norm is being Catholic and going to church every Sunday. And although we do have our beliefs, which we won't mention, I mean, I feel like that's really controversial, you know.
I mean, unless people want to hear what I think, I mean, a lot of people are not gonna agree, and they're gonna be like, "Oh my God," but like this and that, like it's a
It's a never ending.
Yeah, it's a topic
it's
that
just very, very controversial. It's just like
Yeah.
politics.
Exactly.
So anyways, we're not gonna touch on that, but that's another thing we don't do. That's not normal for us. is
I don't go
going
to church every Sunday. I don't pray at night. I don't do none of that stuff.
Um,
Liz does a little bit, you know.
Praying does not mean that you have to be Catholic.
Also, you're not Catholic.
No, I feel like I believe a little bit of everything. I believe in every religion. I feel like is valid. Every religion has a certain point that they can. I don't have like a set religion, but I don't believe 100% in
So you're
just
not
one.
Catholic then.
I don't. I don't
Why
think
did you say no? I'm not.
It's because I still believe in La Virgen, and I still believe in Papa Dios. I still believe in God and La Virgen. But I don't believe
you don't go to
everything that the Bible says. And also, I don't believe that you have to go to church. And I heard that if you don't go to church, that it's like a big sin. And I don't know. I talk to God on my own,
¿Qué
and I
dice?
have my time. You know, I have my time with God when I pray and when I ask and when I, say thank you. But I feel like that's why I got into spirituality, because spirituality is more open. It's more open. Like, there's no rules to spirituality. It's more like, whatever, if you believe this is right, then, as long as it's positive and it brings you positive
Results.
yeah, like, there's nothing wrong with it. And I think sometimes with religion, it's just like they pin you down to certain things that you better not do this, or else you're like you're going to hell.
Well, hold on.
You get me?
But yeah, yes. My answer to that is yes, but also you have to understand that there are some benefits of religion.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna disagree with that, because if it has helped a lot of people in their mental or in their way of life in general, it's helped. I'm not gonna say no, because I've seen it help a lot of people. It
too.
does help people, and there is some good things about it. But when you get too hardcore into it, it just doesn't seem reasonable. In some sense, that it's a good thing to practice it and follow it, but to get too hardcore where it kind of interferes with your life and
if it interferes in a good way, positive way, I don't see anything wrong with it. I don't see anything wrong with any religion, as long as it's having you do it's a positive impact in your life. with anything that you do. Like, even if you get into, I don't know what you want to get into, but as long as it's positive and it makes you a better person, you know, because sometimes people are not better people just because they're a certain.
Well,
you know what I mean?
yeah, but there you have hypocrisy.
Yeah,
You have a lot of people that they pretend to be like, oh, because I serve God and I do this, I'm better than you, or I'm
Exactly.
a lot this more than you.
That's my problem.
But-
That's my thing when we see like those people like arrepiéntate and they're very aggressive sometimes. They're very mean, and I'm like, aren't you supposed to be nice to everybody? Aren't you supposed to love everybody regardless of their
Well,
religion?
there's another thing.
You know?
There's another thing that a lot of, you know, forgiveness. A lot of people don't forgive, and you want to go to church every day and be forgiven, but bro, you're not even practicing. You know, this is the one thing that you're supposed to do. Like, I mean, and that's why I'm like, there's a bunch of people that are freaking hypocrites. They go to church, y se hacen pendejos nomás. Ahí van to make them feel better because of what? Because of the guilty conscience. They think that if you go there, they're gonna get forgiven, but that doesn't work that way. In case you didn't know.
Yeah, no. Just to put this out there, we do respect every religion. We have family from every religion that you guys can imagine. Well, not can you imagine.
No.
I have
Wait,
you know,
I don't even have that good of
Catholic,
imagination.
Christian friends. I have, you know, Testigos de Jehová, my uncle, and we 100% respect that. If tomorrow my son wanted to be a different religion, even if he wants to be Catholic, I 100% support that. My daughter too. I just want him to be a good person. That's all I want, and I want him to practice what he preaches. So, right?
I mean, I'm just like, do what you got. I mean, if I see something wrong, obviously I'm gonna say something. But if I see in anybody, that's for anybody. If I see him steering wrong, I'll say something. But if not, I mean, there's nothing I can really say because I don't like to like micromanage anybody. I mean, do your part and that's it. You know, that's all I ask for.
Yeah, but I mean, for us, like I said, we don't go to church, and I think that's something that's very weird. And even for Bella, my daughter, I don't think that I have been really thinking about this a lot, and I don't think que la voy a bautizar.
Why?
Because I feel like that would be like, what a hypocrite. You know? I'm over here saying that I don't 100 believe in it, and that's part of being Catholic.
But hold on. Because of the way that this world got brought up, you need to be bautizado, and you have to, in order for you to get married, no? So
Through the church.
Oh, through the church.
Through law, no? No, preguntaron por
But
law.
okay, so how you just have to think about this. Like, you're born in a race in a Mexican family, and then like everybody else in your family is baptized except for yourself. And how would you feel? Like, oh, my parents, que culeros, no me bautizaron. Like, do you think that's something that, I mean, should we do it because of the norms that we're supposed to follow? That way we can give her that opportunity to be, if she wants
Catholic,
to. Yeah, if she wants to. If not, imagine her going to get baptized at fucking 21, 22 years old. You know.
That's true, and I have thought about that. I have thought about it, and I was like,
who's not baptized? Joshua. So I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like, do you?
But does he want to, or it's not? Maybe it's not of his interest.
I mean, I don't think so.
He would have asked you for it already, you know.
Yeah, my mom was pushing it, but he doesn't even know what.
And I think that's okay. Maybe if they don't push, if they don't choose a religion, I think. I mean, I feel like I would want her to have that freedom to choose, and Nathan too. Nathan has that freedom, and right now he's really into God. He's really into just like he's
Well, yeah,
he's
you
little.
kind of brainwashed him.
Me?
Yeah, you.
Well, I taught him to pray. I taught him to, you know.
No, but a veces you tell him things like that were like, oh shit. You know, if your parents tell you something like, who else are you gonna believe? You know, there's nobody else. I mean,
no, he watches TikTok videos and all that about God, and he wants to learn about that.
Oh, that's good. Then.
Yeah,
Good
so
for him.
see,
If it's gonna keep him in the right track, you know, by all means.
Exactly, I don't mind it at all, and But that's the thing too. Like, I wouldn't want my daughter to be like, ¿y por qué yo no me bautizaste a mí si yo sí quiero ser católica o yo sí quise ser bautizado? You get me? Or
I think that would be more like more into like the type of person she would be. You know, like she's the type of person that holds grudges and blames everything on everybody else. Like, of course she's gonna blame you. You know, but like if you're the more mellow type of like, oh well, you know what? Thank you for, you know, letting me be free and giving me the option to be open to whatever I want. You know, I mean, it's still not impossible to do because you can still get
even
baptized.
if you're baptized, Nathan can still make that decision and be another religion, because I made that decision to bautizarlo without him even asking me to. You know, so I mean, it's not really his fault if he didn't want to be Catholic. You know, I can't make him, but yeah, I mean, I feel like that's something that we get told a lot. Like, for a while, my mom used to always, or like my family used to always be like, ¿por qué no vas a misa? Or ¿por qué no, you know, por qué no van a ir a misa? And it's just like, I don't have it.
Aunque vayan a dormir.
My grandpa. You know, it's not in me. It does not
attract you.
No,
I think we've been to church one time.
Yeah, we went.
In San Bernardino.
Oh, yeah.
Sí, ¿no? Pero, I mean, it was...
Yo sí le voy a dejar su ramo a la Virgencita, eso sí, because, or si no puedo, no tengo chance, se lo dejo aquí, like, le dejo un ramo.
¿No te he visto que hayas ido?
Sí, en diciembre.
¿Hace cuánto?
No he ido.
Cuando Nathan nació.
No he ido, pero sí le dejo flores.
Oh, sí, ahí afuera, aquí en la casa.
No, aquí en la casa con su frame ahí, ¿no viste?
Oh, aquí en la que está
thank you for noticing.
Oh, you're welcome.
Y, para mí sí es así como cositas así, pero para mí to make a commitment every Sunday, it's just like
bro, we got shit to do.
I don't think it's necessary for you to have a relationship with God. I don't think that, you know, it's necessary.
Oh, I can already imagine the comments of some people like, oh my God, you're going to hell, like, you know. I mean, I know not everybody. It's like, what's the guy's name that you watched?
Hines.
Oh, Hines. I heard one of his like cuando estaba Liz mirándolo, and he said something that really stood out, like you're not gonna satisfy everybody. Like, it's okay to not like us, you know. Yeah, it's okay. Like, it's fine, you know. I can't make everybody happy. You can't make anybody happy. You know, it's just impossible.
It's impossible.
And if you do, you gotta be God.
Yeah, you have to be God.
But even God, you know.
Some people don't like God. I mean.
Yeah, because like for example, let's say like there's this lady and then she's a God person, and then what happens to one of their kids, and now she's like, why did you take him? You know, like, I hate, like, you know, que se le muere un hijo, whatever, you know, like, now what now, you know, like, even the God is now hated because
I know, and it's hard. I can't imagine that pain. You're just questioning, and I think, see, like, for example, like, even questioning God or questioning, you know, that is un pecado. And sometimes I question it. I question God because I'm like, why is there so much suffering? Why are the little kids from cancer dying? You know, and it's like, it's really sad.
Well, it doesn't make sense.
I know, but it's things that happen in life that are just a mystery. And
but why?
There's always has to be like a yin and yang.
Pero ¿por qué
a good and bad, black and white.
Pero ¿por qué tiene que ser tanto secreto, you know? Like, bro, if you're out there, calm down. Like, what's wrong, you know? What? If you're the all-powerful, you can control everything. Why don't you make everybody, you know, think the right way? Like, what's wrong with that? Why can't you do that? You know? Why can't you just build this amazing empire where people don't have to worry about money? They don't have to worry about sickness. They don't have to worry about, you know, worries. You know, it's all gone because.
Well, no, because we have to worry, and that's part of our
no,
that's human, the human experience.
No, that's what you think.
Yeah.
Because that's how you were born and that's how you became. Because that's what there is, and you have to survive, right? Mm-hmm. You have to survive, so you have to worry. You know, you have to think about stuff like what you have to think about tomorrow. You have kids, you have to think about your kids because of what's around us, because what could happen, you know. But I mean, there could be a perfect world where you don't have to worry about none of that stuff. Then I could tell you which world that is.
Which one?
420 world.
Why?
When you smoke, you're like, it's okay.
No, I'm pretty sure not.
Yeah.
I don't.
Yeah, I think so.
Anyways, so we just wanted to touch on that, but like I said, I mean, that's another, you know, norm that we don't go by, that we don't respect. If you guys would like us for another topic, let us know that we can get into. Like I said, we do respect everybody's points of views, and everybody's different, and we're different, just like you guys. We have our point of views.
We're different sometimes too.
Oh yeah, we have different point of views too.
But we have to kind of meet in the middle because
we just kind
we
of
have to make it work. Like we have kids, we have all this stuff that we have to, look forward to. So
everyone's their own person, and everyone has their own thoughts. So please be respectful in the comments, and we like I said, we respect everybody. So I hope you guys enjoyed this first episode of
Yahweh.
Yahweh. Yahweh, le voy a decir a tu papá. Please be sure to give us a like and
subscribe
comment down below. Let us know what topics you guys would want, what you guys think about today's podcast.
Yeah, we're okay. We won't get mad.
No, we won't get mad.
We take every comment as a learning experience. Like one guy once said.
¿Qué dijo?
Well, that's what he said.
Oh, okay.
I take everything that you tell me. I'm not gonna get angry if you tell me I suck. Just tell me why I suck and what you didn't like, so I can adjust.
Like Heinz? Heinz said that?
No.
Heinz?
Okay, so let me tell you real quick the little story. We went to play pool, and there was this one guy we were with, and there was a band playing, and he was telling us, the guy that was with us, saying, "Watch, I'm gonna tell them they fucking suck." And I'm like, nah, don't do that. That's fucked up. I'm like, no, but watch, I'm gonna tell him, and then they're not even gonna get mad. I'm like, what? For real? Yeah. And then he went, he told him, and then the guys from the band, they're like, oh no, I respect that. Thank you for letting us know. We'll take it.
That's sad.
It is, but they took it good. I learned from that. I'm like, wow, that's good. I see potential in that, because if you get mad, like, you're gonna end up losing. Like, fuck you, like, you do shit like that.
Yeah.
Like, you're not gonna last long when you have a crowd.
Yeah, like I said, like, I don't, even for my personal channel, I kind of twist it around where I'm like, oh, thank you.
You can't take it too personal.
No, and I'm just like, you know what? I have learned, especially through spirituality, I have learned so much. I owe spirituality so much, because I have learned so much about myself. And one of the things that I have learned about myself and other people is that people, like, whatever they say is their thoughts of themselves. That's what's going on inside their head, inside their mind. If they say anything negative to you, is because they have a negative mind. Their thoughts are negative. So
that's possible. They're gonna output the negativity.
Yeah. So whenever someone says something negative to you, just be like, damn, okay. Feel a little bit sorry for them, because they're like, yeah, because you're like, damn, pobrecito, like that. You think very negative, and that's sad. That's a very sad life. I wish you could think. I
gotta agree. I'm gonna agree with you, because what you're saying it makes sense. It sounds
because you're
accurate.
just. Imagine just thinking negative thoughts for everything that you see, like.
No, well, you're gonna be miserable for the rest of it.
Yeah.
You're gonna be like, you know who? Scrooge McDuck. You know who Scrooge is? You know who Scrooge is? Oh my God.
Millennial and baby boomer.
Jesus Christ! You don't know who freaking Scrooge McDuck is? This is rich.
You're a baby boomer, huh? Or you're a millennial?
Yeah.
No, I think you're a baby boomer. No?
No. I think it's 85. 86 is millennial.
¿Te crees? Por poquito.
No, I kind of didn't want to be millennial, but well. Because you're Gen Z, right?
I'm millennial.
Oh, también?
94.
Oh, so when is Gen Z? 2000. Yeah.
Anyways, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed it, and we'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.
Bye. Thank you for watching.
Bye.
Shabalala.